Good afternoon. This is Jonathan and Bruce with the National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma.
So, Jonathan, here we're expecting some pretty bad storms later today.
That's right, Bruce. We're expecting numerous thunderstorms to develop later tonight, most likely after 7 o'clock and probably closer to 10 o'clock. Many of these storms will be capable of large damaging hail. That's what we're really concerned about, up to the size of tennis balls.
So, do you think there's a chance of tornadoes with any of these storms?
I'm glad you asked that question. It's looking likely with the initial storms that develop late this evening into the into the tonight hours, do have a low potential of developing tornadoes, but we're really focused on that hail threat because it's looking more likely that large damaging hail will be our primary concern as we move over through the overnight hours.
So, again, what time do you expect storms to develop?
Well, we expect storms to develop probably about 7 to 10 o'clock initially, somewhere across the southern and south central portions of Oklahoma. And then as we move through the evening hour or through those overnight hours between 9 and midnight, they'll become more numerous across portions of central Oklahoma. And then as we move through the overnight hours, around 10 to 1 a.m., we'll see initiation start across more numerous parts of the region, across the northern part of Oklahoma and farther to the west.
So, do you think these storms will produce a lot of rainfall and flooding?
That's a great point. So another thing is, although we're focusing on the fact that we are going to have some large damaging hail potential and the potential of a few tornadoes with the early storms that develop, really we need to focus on the flooding risk as we move through the overnight hours and in through Saturday morning, and really through the day on Saturday also. 2 to 4 inches of rain could fall across a decent area of the region, mainly across central Oklahoma and maybe far south central Oklahoma. But isolated areas of higher amounts are possible that could lead to flash flooding and river flooding and flooding of creeks and streams. So if you live in flood-prone areas, you might want to be aware of how much rainfall you're getting. You might want to stay up to date with the weather as we move through the overnight hours through Saturday morning.
So, you mentioned Saturday with heavy rainfall. Is there still some potential for severe storms on Saturday as well?
There is, Bruce. As we move through the day, there's still an enhanced risk across our far south-central portion of Oklahoma with a slight risk as well. And really what we're really keyed on there is a couple of the storms as we move through the day on Saturday across this area, across southeastern Oklahoma, could produce hail to the size of golf balls. That's what we're mainly concerned about. But really the flash flooding or the flooding risk overall is the main concern as we move through the day on Saturday.
Hey, Jonathan, thanks for answering my questions. Appreciate it.
And thanks for tuning in and listening to the video today, everyone. We'll keep you up to date. Make sure you check back to our webpage for the latest forecasts and information. And of course, we'll be active on social media as we move through the evening hours and overnight. Everyone have a great Friday and a safe overnight hours.